Kyle Alessandro, representing Norway. Congratulations. You must be on top of the world, as we say.
Yeah, no, 100%. In Norwegian, we say, or we rather ask if you've landed already. And that means, like, have you, like, gotten down from on top of the world, if that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like I have, because I've been to school this past week and I've tried to live a normal life. But also, of course, I'm preparing for the big Eurovision.
So what stage of school are you at?
I don't know what the equivalent would be, but here in Norway, we have 3 years, some sort of like school before you go to university.
Yeah, like college or further education, yeah.
Yeah, it would be like that.
So you're in your last year, so that means exams.
Yeah, in May.
Wait, you've got exams and Eurovision.
Yeah. But in Norway, you have this, you can postpone the exams. Okay. So I'm going to postpone them to like autumn. I will fail school because I won't get like my diploma this in summer, but I'll get it in autumn. So it's going to be okay, but like still.
I mean, if there's any good reason to fail, it's because you're singing to the whole world.
Exactly.
What do all your classmates and teachers think of what you're doing?
I mean, they support me to the fullest extent too. So I just feel a lot of love. They just support me in everything I do.
When you went back to school after you won Melody Grand Prix, did everybody like line up in the corridors, get the Norwegian flags out, give you a clap, surprise you?
No, not to that extent, but my class, they made like a poster with everything that we've done together, like pictures, and they signed it all, and they gave me the poster, and also they hired or they bought a cake. So it said the words MGP, which is the national final in Eurovision. No, in Norway, I mean. And they bought 2 cakes. So one with MGP and the other one was with my name on it and a microphone. They put some effort into it. Was the cake delicious? Yeah, it was. It tasted as good as it looked, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, it must be so nice to have all that. It's basically like your family all supporting you and also keeping you grounded.
Exactly. And I think that's the most important thing, too. I feel like that's like a core value for me. If I ever lose that, I lost my light. And that's what, like, also the song is about.
Good plug for the song. We will talk about the song in a second, I promise. But just out of interest, what are you studying? What's your speciality?
It would be social studies. Sociology?
Yeah, sociology.
Sociology, psychology.
Yeah.
And languages.
So you like humans and people and understanding them. That means you are probably a good friend to have.
I hope so.
Let's talk about the song. But first of all, I'm disappointed that you're not in your armor tonight. Have you worn it since the final?
No.
No.
No. It's too heavy. I can't be walking around wearing armor. Like,
I was going to ask whether it's heavy, and also with all the flames, it must be really hot.
Yeah, exactly. Like the metal, it does actually like soak up whether if it's like warmth or like cold. If I go out with the armor here in Norway, it will start to like freeze.
Okay.
And if it's too hot, it'll like
melt.
Melt, exactly. I haven't worn it like off the stage. I don't wear the armor, no.
Are you taking it to Basel?
Yeah.
In Basel, the pyro is probably 10 times as intense.
Yeah.
We don't want any melting of Kyle on stage.
I mean that could be a cool effect though. Like melting armor.
Well, yeah, although health and safety rules at Eurovision, we want you to be safe.
What's life without a little risk?
Indeed, that people would say. You look at Nemo winning the code last year. Look at all the risk on their spinning device. What training is happening between now and May to perfect lighter?
I have a lot of dance practices. We have to adapt it to the arrow-shaped stage.
Yes, of course.
So we're gonna adapt it, and also we've been looking at the costume because there was some similarities to Armenia, but we're standing with the armor theme.
Yeah.
So we're gonna upgrade it a bit, and we're also gonna be making it more. I don't know how to put it, but like making it more.
You're going to give it a glow up, as we
Exactly,
say.
a glow up.
Yeah, giving a glow up. Although I think, you know, you're talking about Armenia, Prague, the two of you together, it's like the Knights of Eurovision.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that could work too. That could be like a cool thing.
You're going to stand guards over the stage.
Actually, I've been thinking for the turquoise carpet, wouldn't it be cool if I had like two guards all coated like in armor, like
Yeah.
head to toe, and they have two swords and they do this and like that, and then I walk down the turquoise carpet.
I'm already loving your creative thought process.
Thank you.
You're already dreaming of Eurovision.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been a dream since I was a kid.
It's going to be Sir Alessandro, and they'll welcome you. And maybe there should be like, you know, or everybody else, all the other contestants can be like your servants on the carpet. You know?
Or like squires.
Squires, yes, squires.
Yeah.
And then somebody's got to put your crown on. Maybe you could bring Alessandra's crown from a couple of years ago.
Maybe.
Cameo.
I could call her later and check if she still has the crown.
She must do. She must do. You said it was a dream of yours to always be at Eurovision, and you tried a couple of years ago, in the same year as Alessandra.
Yeah.
You were a group then, but now you are solo.
Yeah.
When did you first hear Lighter and know that it was the song you loved?
My mom, she got diagnosed with cancer. She's cancer-free now, but she got diagnosed with cancer. And after that doctor's appointment, I came back home and I started like fleshing out some of the lyrics to Lighter. Well, it was called Monarch then, and it was about being your own king or queen or monarch, right? Fast forward a couple of like weeks, I started working on a production. Like I wanted to make a Eurovision song, so I started finding like references that I like, what I love the most about Eurovision, and then I landed on like including a dance break, including some cultural elements, and also having a big note. I started fleshing out like what I wanted the sound to be too, and then I stumbled across like slow-mo channel, and I wanted it to have like that sort of feeling, but also Fairy Tale by Alexander. So I started working on like how could I make this work, and also Zari Marina Satti last year, and La Noia by Angelina Mango. So I started working on that part, on the production part, and then I went to London, and then I visited Buckingham Palace, and I was like, this is like too big, too like, I don't know, like too royal. So I was thinking about, wait, maybe the song shouldn't be called Monarch. And then I sent it over to Adam Woods, the demo that I had. And,
he's the producer, right?
Yeah, he's the producer and songwriter also. Like it's like a 50-50 mix about. And he listened to it and he was like, wow, we have to do something big with this. And then he started working on the light theme because I knew that I wanted a song that had something about light, because when I came back from that doctor's appointment with my mother, they told her that she had 6 months left. She told me when we came back from the doctor's appointment that I should never lose my light, because if I ever lose my light, I have to find it right back, because I'm going to reach very far. I just wanted to make that like into a song, you know?
What did your mum think of the song?
She started crying. So she started crying, but not only because of the lyrics of the song, and she identified with it because it's about her, you know? She got like a feeling that this might go to Eurovision, you know? Fast forward a couple of months, I won MGP.
I'm right in thinking your mum is Norwegian and your dad is Spanish, right?
Yeah.
So we can see the flavours of them both.
Exactly.
Does that mean there is going to be a Spanish version of Lighter?
I've written the Spanish version already, but I haven't gotten the chance to go to the studio yet and record. And also, I haven't talked to the label or anyone about it. So that might be the first step. But I've written a Spanish version, and it's called La Llama, which
Oh,
means the fire.
oh, amazing. So it's
So
similar, and
it's similar. Yeah,
yeah.
I couldn't like seré mi propio lighter. It doesn't.
So how does it sound in Spanish?
Seré mi propia llama. I think it was. I can't remember, but yeah, I've gotten so much support and love from my other I like to call it my other home. Primarily, Norway is my home because I've grown up and my mother is Norwegian and I speak the language 100 times better than I do English or Spanish. But still, I've been so many times to Spain to visit my family. I feel like it's my second home, especially Malaga, where my family is from. I remember I was there last summer, and I think it measured up to 42 degrees Celsius. That's wild.
So how do you cope being like from a really cold country and also being from a really hot country? Where's your perfect temperature?
I mean, my perfect temperature. I like the warmth. I do. It gets like very cold here. Like last week we had 15 or minus 15 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
I'm from a town that has I think it's 20,000 people living in it. I live in a rural area in that small town even. So here there's like 2,000 like in population.
So that's where you are at the moment. That's where you're talking to us from.
Yeah.
So those 2,000 people, they are suddenly Kyle's biggest fans. They all know who you are now. You know?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, like beforehand, have you seen the Eurovision movie?
Yes, yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. It's a bit like Husavik.
Oh! So what's the name of the town?
Beitstad.
Bistav.
Beitstad with a D on the end.
Bidstad.
Perfect.
Okay, Bidstad. So,
but in my dialect, we say Bestan.
Okay, I'm going to let you say it because I don't want to offend any Norwegians. But this is the new Husavik, basically.
Yeah, basically, it's Husavik.
What a film, though. We love it. We love the film. It was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm basically Will Ferrell. So.
You are the Norwegian Will Ferrell. Oh, my goodness. You have to do a collab with him. Totally. Or a cover of one of the songs, maybe.
Yeah.
Husavik, my hometown. Ya Ya Ding Dong. Double Trouble.
It's probably Husavik, my hometown.
Yeah, the big ballad.
Yeah.
When they sing at the end. Yeah, beautiful song.
I'll take that one. Do a cover of that, but change Husavik to Bestan.
There we go. There we go. I love that the creative juices are always flowing, Kyle. This is amazing. We're going to take a little break. Please don't go away. Don't run away to Oslo or anywhere else. Just stay right there. And we'll talk to you more on the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast. Welcome back to the podcast. We still have Kyle with us. Kyle, I want to talk about your friendship with Alessandra. Alessandro, it was always meant to be. She did beat you 2 years ago, but we'll let her off because she was amazing and she did an amazing performance. What's your friendship with her like?
She's joyful. She's she's just joy in a person, if that makes sense. And she's super confident, so that inspires me too. Actually, last year, she predicted that I won MGP.
Did she?
Yeah, she put out an Instagram post, and I think it said, do you remember when Alessandro won MGP 2025? But Alessandro, not Alessandra. So she basically predicted it.
She and also she's really funny.
Yeah. Like
she's so funny.
If I'm in a bad mood, I always like text her or something, and she always comes up with something to lighten up the mood.
You need her as your like mentor going to Eurovision. She's done it, so she knows what it's like. She can give you all the tips. Yeah,
and Martinez from Marcus and Martinez, he's given me all the advice too. Bobby Socks also giving me advice. Wigwam. So I feel like I have people around me now that are truly rooting for me.
Yeah, and Emmy, who's
And
representing
Emmy,
Ireland.
Emmy, how could I forget? She's so lovely. Like genuinely, the loveliest person on this planet. Like
She was on the podcast the other week, and she was saying that it's going to be so nice having a friend there already. You know, someone she can talk to.
yeah, because I've known Emmy for like 5 years, I think. I remember at least being very, very a little Kyle. And,
Mini Kyle.
Mini Kyle. And I was like 12, 11 or something. And I went to a studio to record some music, and Emmy was there.
Oh, so there's going to be a little Norwegian corner in Basel.
Absolutely.
What would a Alessandra and Kyle Alessandro collaboration sound like?
Since we're half Norwegian, half Mediterranean, that would probably have like that influence, if that makes sense. Like Nordic pop with some influences from our, or for her, it's her primary country, I think. It's like Italy.
Yeah.
And for me, it's Norway. It's like almost the same mix. Probably Nordic pop with the Mediterranean influences.
Have you already talked about doing this?
No, I haven't had the time to do that. I made a cover of Pretty Devil though, but other than that, I haven't done anything. No.
Lots of time. So I've got 3 quick questions about you and Alessandra. Who do you think is the best cook?
I love Italian food. I do, but my heart is in Spain when it comes to that. So, but she's a very good cook, I think. So probably Alessandra.
Who is the best dancer?
She's been practicing, but I've been practicing since I was 3 years old. So I want to say me, but all love to Alessandra because she's a very good dancer too.
And who is the cheekiest out of the 2 of you?
Both of us are at the same level, I think.
I think it will happen one day.
Probably.
You'll call it Dro and Dra. That'll be the name.
Dro and Dra. That's not a dumb idea at all. Like that.
There we go. You can credit me for that. Dro and Dra.
Yeah.
Kyle, what is your? I always ask this to all our guests. What's your earliest Eurovision memory?
I love to tell this story, and it is from a vacation when I was 10 years old. There was this karaoke bar at the hotel we were staying at, and we were in Benalmádena, which is in Malaga, in Spain. This hotel had like a karaoke bar downstairs, so each night I went down to the karaoke bar with my mother, and I sung all the songs from that year, which was at Eurovision, so 2016. So for each night, it was a different song. So I sung Jamala, 1944, example. Yeah. So I was 10 years old and I was singing in Ukrainian. Agnete, Icebreaker.
Yes.
Laura Tesoro, What's the Pressure?
Yeah, Belgium. Yeah,
Belgium. Iralosko, Walk on Water, Malta.
Wow.
Yeah. Walk on Water. That's my favorite song to this day. And Sound of Silence, of course.
Oh, that's a big song, Kyle, for a 10-year-old.
No, but I don't know how I did it, but like there's this Eurovision spirit in me. It lives in me. So when I was there, I was singing like my heart out in this karaoke bar, and people were requesting for me to come back like each night too. So that's my earliest experience, and it was like I had like the best time of my life when I was 10 and on that vacation.
See, everything we've been talking about, actually, it's that moment. That moment saw your future, like singing Dami Im and Iralosko at a karaoke bar when you're 10 years old. There's not many kids that have that on their resume.
No. Well, no, true.
I'm trying to think what other songs were in that year that you might have sung.
What's it called? The Bob? No, Douwe
Bob for the Netherlands. Slow down. Barei, say yeah.
Yeah. Say yeah.
Did you sing that?
Yeah. Of course, I was in Spain. I had to sing that. What more?
Joe and Jake. There was the UK.
If love was a crime,
then we would be criminals.
Genova, Bulgaria, chefs.
This is absolutely amazing. If you don't do some kind of mashup that involves this at some point in the next couple of weeks, I'll be very disappointed. I don't speak to many artists who have this level of Eurovision knowledge. That is really good. Yeah.
No, I'm a Eurovision fan myself, so I think that's why it's my biggest dream too, because I've seen like all the people I look up to do this. So I wanted to do it myself too.
So what is the Eurovision song that you never get bored of, that you could listen to all day?
Fairy Tale and Sound of Silence.
It does sound like you are like totally prepared. This is good.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Finally, quick fire quiz for you. So if we're talking sports, are you doing football or are you skiing?
Oh, that's a hard one. Football.
Fjord or mountain?
Why do you put it so hard?
Oh, point.
Mountain.
The midnight sun in Norway or sun on the beach in Malaga?
Midnight sun in Norway. Absolutely. I can't, like, it's the most beautiful thing. You have like the sunset 10 hours a day, basically. So it's so beautiful.
And finally, the best Norwegian candy.
Bubs. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No.
Yellow. They're like this big, and they're like foam.
Like marshmallow.
No. No. More like a hard marshmallow, if that makes sense. Okay. And it's super chewy, and it tastes like squishies.
Yes. Okay. Squishes. Yeah.
Yeah. It tastes like squishies a bit. And it tastes like custard, something very good. I don't know why, but yeah.
Can you bring some to Basel for me, please?
I'll try to get some for you.
You've got time to go to the shops, Kyle. It's fine. Emmy said her favorite was Smash.
Smash, yeah, that one is also very good, but that's chocolate. And I'm a fan of chocolate, but I like better like the candy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
the sweet stuff.
The sweet stuff.
I get you. Kyle, it's been so good to talk to you. I've loved your stories. Your mum must be so proud. Is she coming to Basel?
We're looking at it, so we don't know yet, but maybe.
Thank you so much for coming on the official Eurovision Song Contest podcast. It's going to be an amazing journey for you. We can't wait to see what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.